What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be going over all the new comics this week for New Comic Book Day, January 20th, 2021, but I'm also going to be going over all the variant covers and any sort of important info to help you guys decide which issues you want to pick up this week, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. AR Comics here, and today I'm going to be going over all of the new comics this week for New Comic Book Day. I'm going to be covering the variant covers and any important info you guys need to help decide which issues you want to pick up. But before I get started on that, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content, and if you want to join a community that's dedicated to comic books and raising awareness for mental health, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's get started on this week's list. So I don't know about you guys, but I thought we had a great new comic book day last week, so I'm hoping this one's just as good. And if you guys are looking for a weekly pull list, make sure you check out blackcapecomics.com. They have fantastic exclusives, and you get a discount for having a pull list through them, so check them out. But today I'm going to be starting off with AWA Upshot. They have 2 issues coming out. The first one's American Ronin. This is issue 4 out of 5. This one only has a cover A. I read the first issue. I thought it was alright, but it wasn't good enough to keep going because it's only a 5-issue series, so I dropped it. But moving on, the final issue from AWA this week is Bite Sized, number 2. This one only has a cover A. And you should check out AWA's website. For a while, they were giving away the first issue as a free digital read. I don't know if that's still up, but if you were interested in this series, I know that was going on. So check out their website. But those are the only 2 issues coming out from AWA this week. I'm probably not going to be getting either of those. So moving on to Aftershock Studios. They have a brand new series coming out called I Breathe a Body. This one only has a cover A. And if I can get this one, I'll probably pick it up. But I didn't have it pre-ordered, and my shop near me doesn't usually get extras from Aftershock and like AWA. So we'll see how that goes. But moving on from there, we have Miskatonic number 3. This one only has a cover A. And the final issue from Aftershock this week is We Live number 4. This one also only has a cover A, and I love this series. This is definitely a must pick up to me, and I'm only reading this thanks to you guys. So I appreciate you letting me know about this one because this is definitely on one of my top lists right now. So those are all the issues from Aftershock. Like I was just saying, definitely picking up We Live number 4. But moving on to Ablaze Studios, they have 1 issue coming out this week. It's called Gung Ho Sexy Beast number 1. This is a brand new series by them, and this has a cover A, B, C, and D. Most likely not going to be picking this one up, and that's the only issue coming out from Ablaze this week. So moving on to Archie Comic Publications, they've got 2 issues coming out. The first one is Archie Jumbo Comics Digest. This is issue 316, and this one only has a cover A. And the final issue is Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics. This one also only has a cover A. But those are all the issues coming out from Archie Comic Publications. So moving on to Xenoscope Entertainment, they've got 3 issues coming out. The first one is Belle Dead of Winter. This is a one-shot. This one has a cover A, B, and C. And then moving on from there, we have Robin Hood Iron Maiden. This is 1 of 2. This one also has 3 covers coming out. It has a cover A, B, and C. And the final issue coming out from Xenoscope this week is Van Helsing number 50. This one has 6 different covers, so I'm just going to cycle through a couple of them. But those are all the issues coming out from Xenoscope Entertainment. I won't be picking up any of them this week. But moving on to Titan Comics, we have Cutting Edge Devil's Mirrors. This is number 1 of 2. This one has a cover A and a cover B. And the final issue from Titan Comics is Life is Strange Partners in Time number 4. This one has a cover A, B, and C. And if you are reading the Life is Strange series, let me know what you think about it because I have actually heard a few good things about it. I just haven't been able to pick it up. But moving on from Titan Comics, we have Heavy Metal Magazine. They have 3 issues coming out this week. The first one is Darkwing number 2 of 10. This one only has a cover A. And then the next one is Fishkill number 3 of 4. This one also only has a cover A. And the final issue this week from Heavy Metal Magazine is Savage Circus number 2 of 10. And this one only has a cover A as well. I won't be picking up any of those issues, but moving on to Mad Cave Studios, they have 2 issues coming out this week. We have Hollywood Trash number 4 of 5. This one only has a cover A. And the final issue is Terminal Punks number 3 of 5. This one also only has a cover A. I won't be picking up either of these issues either. So moving on to Scout Comics, we have Yasmin number 6 of 6. So this is the end of the series, and this one only has a cover A. And then moving on from there, we have Red 5 Comics. They have 1 issue coming out this week. It's Legacy of Mandrake the Magician number 4 of 4. So if you are reading this, the series is wrapping up. And the next one I'm going to be talking about is from Oni Press. It's Rick and Morty Ever After number 4. This one has a cover A and a cover B. If you're reading anything with Rick and Morty, let me know what you think about it down low because I've really been interested in getting into Rick and Morty comics, but Some of those early ones are pretty expensive, and I'm not really willing to invest in it if I don't really know how it is, so let me know if you've been reading it. And then next up, we have American Mythology Productions. They have one issue coming out this week. It's Zoro Galleon of Dead, number 3. This has a cover A and a cover B, so let's move on to Image Comics. So I hope you guys were able to pick up Image's newest series last week. Haha, I thought it was so good, and it got my number 1 choice on my top 10 list, so it's definitely something you should be checking out. But moving on to this week, we have Philadelphia, number 12. This has a cover A, B, and C. And for those of you reading this is the end of the arc, so this is a must pick up. This series has been so good so far. The artwork is kind of growing on me. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but this story is just so good. But moving on from there, we have a brand new series coming out called Rain Like Hammers, number 1 of 5. This one only has a cover A, and based on the description and what the cover looks like, I don't think it's going to be for me. I'm probably going to look through it when I get there, but I'm most likely going to be skipping out on this book. But moving on from there, we have Scumbag, number 4. This one only has a cover A, and I'm loving this series so far. This is a must pick up in my opinion. But after that, we have 7 to Eternity, number 16. This one has a cover A and a cover B, and this is a series a lot of people have been telling me to read, but I know it is ending soon, so I'm just going to wait for a hardcover for this one. But moving on from there, we have Stillwater, number 5. This one only has a cover A, and this is another series that I recommend to everybody. It's horror, it's kind of mysterious right now, and it's just getting good, so it's a few issues deep, but you should still probably be able to find the earlier ones. I know they have a couple extra printings as well. Check out Stillwater. But the final issue this week coming out from Image is The Walking Dead Deluxe, number 7. This one has a cover A, B, and C. And for those of you that are picking up these Walking Dead issues, or you just want to get the key issues, this one is a key. This is the first appearance of Tyrese. So if you're into that, check it out. But those are all the issues coming out from Image this week. I'm going to be getting Philadelphia, number 12, most likely just cover A, Scumbag, number 4, and then the final issue I'm going to be getting is Stillwater, number 5. But let's move on to Dark Horse Comics. So Dark Horse is definitely having a very light week coming up for this new comic book day, but they do have a few issues coming out. So the first one is going to be Barb Alien Red Planet, number 3 of 5. This one has a cover A and a cover B, and this is a series that a lot of people have been recommending to me, but I haven't been able to find the earlier issues. So if I can find them, I'll probably pick this one up eventually. But moving on from there, we have a brand new series called Crimson Flower, number 1 of 4. This one has a cover A, B, and C. And the final issue coming out this week from Dark Horse Comics is You Look Like Death, Tales from the Umbrella Academy, number 5 of 6. This one has a cover A, B, and C. This is definitely on my want-to-read list. I haven't picked up any of the issues yet. I'm probably going to grab it as soon as the series wraps up. Maybe they'll even come out with a hardcover. We'll see. But those are all the issues coming out from Dark Horse Comics. I'm not going to be getting any of them this week, so let's move on to IDW. So like Dark Horse, IDW is having a very light week too, but the first one they're coming out with is Star Trek Voyager 7's Reckoning, number 3. This one has a cover A and a cover B. And then moving on from there, we have TMNT's Best of Leonardo. This one only has a cover A, and a lot of people have been telling me you need to get these Best of series for TMNT. They're so good so far. I think there's 2 out. This might be the 3rd one. Not 100% sure. I know the Raphael one's the one I was eyeing up for a long time, so we'll see how it goes. But moving on from there, we have TMNT Jenica 2, number 3 of 6. This one has a cover A, B, and C. And if you are reading this, it's not particularly a key issue, but it does say that this is the first time that Jenica is going to be fighting a TMNT villain. So it's not a first time for the villain, but a first fight amongst both of them. So if you're reading this, don't miss out on this issue. And the final one coming out from IDW this week is Transformers number 27. This has a cover A and a cover B. And those are all the issues coming out from IDW this week. I'm not going to be picking up any of those. So let's move on to Boom Studios. So first up today from Boom Studios, we have a brand new series coming out. It's called Abbott 1973, number 1 of 5. This has a cover A and a cover B, and I'm definitely picking this one up. In the description, it says that this series is meant for fans of Something is Killing the Children, and I'm a massive fan of Something is Killing the Children, so it's a no-brainer. And it's also written by the guy who's doing Miles Morales right now for Marvel, Saladin Ahmed, and he's killing it on that as well. So both of those combined, definitely not missing out on this one. But moving on from there, we have Expanse, number 2 of 4. This one has a cover A and a cover B. And then the next issue we're going to be talking about is Once and Future, number 15. This one only has a cover A, but make sure you check out with your LCS. They have a bunch of incentives coming out for this one this week. This series, I don't really know how I feel about it yet. 15 issues deep. The story is okay, but that artwork is just too good to pass up on. I'm loving this series strictly based on that artwork. And the story, it's not that bad. It's just not particularly meant for me, but I'm not hating on it. But the final issue coming out this week from Boom Studios is Power Rangers number 3. This one has a cover A, B, and C. This is another series I wish I was reading. I'm not caught up in Power Rangers yet, so I'm not going to be buying this stuff yet. But those are all the issues coming out from Boom Studios. I'm going to be picking up Abbott 1973 because it's a brand new series and it's meant for fans of Something That's Killing the Children. Most likely just getting cover A, but that cover B is super nice as well. And the final issue I'm going to be picking up is Once and Future, number 15. So let's talk about Dynamite. So just like some of the other publishers, Dynamite is having an incredibly small week this week. They only have 2 issues coming out. The first one is George R.R. Martin's A Clash of Kings, number 10. This has a cover A and a cover B. And the final issue they're coming out with is Red Sonja, Price of Blood, number 2. This has a cover A, B, C, D, and E. Those are the only 2 issues. Let's talk about DC Comics now. So what do you guys think of DC's future state so far? Hit, miss? Let me know down low in the comments section. Personally, I'm not really enjoying it. I'm not really enjoying these big price tags on a lot of the popular issues, and even these popular issues like Batman, they're split into all these smaller stories, so we're not actually getting what we're buying. We're getting all this other crap that's put in there too. That's just personally my opinion, so I don't know if I'm going to keep going with a lot of this future state. I've picked up, I think, 3 or 4 different issues so far, and the better ones are honestly the smaller ones, like Swamp Thing, Wonder Woman. Those have been my favorite ones, but the Batman ones haven't been that good. But first up today, we're going to be talking about Batman, Catwoman, number 2. This has a cover A, B, and C. I read this first issue. I didn't really like it because it didn't make sense to me. That's just my opinion, though, because I didn't read any of Tom King's other Batman stuff. But I feel like if I did read that, this story would make a little bit more sense and I probably would enjoy it. But for those reasons, I'm not going to be continuing on with this series. After that, we have Rorschach, number 4. This has a cover A and a cover B, and this was honestly the same thing. I read the first issue, I thought it was alright, but I have no knowledge of Rorschach as a character, so I felt like I was wasting my money because I didn't really understand what was going on. But if this series did get better, or kind of more early reader friendly, let me know down low. But after that, we have Future State, The Next Batman, number 2. This has a cover A, B, and C, and just be on the lookout for it. It might have a possible first appearance based on the description. It kind of talked about it a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be getting this one, though. I didn't really enjoy the first one. I thought the Batman story was alright. I liked the other story a little bit more, but I'm not buying this for the other story. I'm buying this for Batman. And based on the last one, we didn't really get a lot of Batman, so I don't think I'm going to be giving them another $8 for this story. Sorry. But continuing on with DC, we have Deceased Dead Planet, number 7. This has a cover A, B, and C. I love the earlier stuff with Deceased. I wasn't able to start reading Dead Planet at the time. I missed out on a few issues, but eventually I'm going to pick this up in the hardcover form. But after that, we have another DC Future State. We have Nightwing, number 1. This is a cover A and a cover B. I don't think I'm going to be picking this one up, but moving on from there, we have Future State, Immortal Wonder Woman, number 1. This is a cover A, B, C, and D, and I'm definitely going to be picking this one up. I love that other Wonder Woman issue that came out. I thought that was so cool. I'm hoping this one's just as good. But after that, we have Legion of Superheroes, number 12. This has a cover A and a cover B. And moving on from there, we have Future State Superman Worlds of War, number 1. This one has a cover A, B, C, and D. And this is another one that I might pick up this week. If a lot of you guys tell me I should get it, I most likely will. When it comes to DC, I ask you guys what your thoughts are on it, and I usually get whatever you recommend. And pretty much you guys are all on point with stuff. So if you think this is a must pick up, I'm most likely going to be picking it up. But moving on from there, we have Future State Catwoman, number 1. This is a cover A and a cover B. And at first I was a little interested in Catwoman, but I don't think I'm going to be grabbing this one. But then after that, we have Future State Shazam, number 1. This is a cover A and a cover B. And this is another one, just like Catwoman, I was a little interested in, but based how I feel about the rest of the Future State so far, and I'm not really enjoying it. I don't think it's really worth my money. I'm getting a little bit pickier with some of these issues, so I'm most likely going to limit myself to probably 2. Probably just Wonder Woman and maybe the Superman if you guys recommend it, but we'll see. But the final issue this week coming out from DC is Looney Tunes number 258, and this one only has a cover A. And those are all the issues coming out from DC this week. I know I just pretty much talked about it, but I think the only issues I'm going to be picking up is the Immortal Wonder Woman number 1. And if you guys recommend it, I'll probably get the Superman Worlds of War number 1. But next up, let's talk about Marvel. So first up today from Marvel, we have Avengers number 41. This one has a cover A, B, and C. I don't know about you guys, I'm not really buying them, but I love these alien covers. I bought it for Venom. Typically, I just buy the cover A's, but I think they're so cool. I hope Marvel doesn't screw up the Alien series that's coming out. But moving on from there, we have Black Cat number 2. This one has a cover A, B, and C, and this series is surprisingly pretty good. I really enjoyed that first issue, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one goes. And I don't know if it's really a key, but it is worth mentioning that Black Cat gets her own anti-venom costume this issue, so I'm looking forward to that too. But moving on from Black Cat, we have Cable number 7. This one only has the cover A, and I know I usually don't talk about these in my videos, but Daredevil 25 is getting a second printing, and I know people were really hyping up that first issue of Daredevil 25, so be on the lookout for this one too. But next up, we have a brand new series coming out, Iron Fist Heart of Dragon number 1 of 6. This has a cover A, B, and C, and I've really been looking forward to reading something with Iron Fist, but it's not going to be a 1 of 6 series. I would like an ongoing with him, so I'm most likely going to be skipping out on that one. But moving on from there, we have King in Black number 3 of 5. This one has a cover A, B, C, D, and E, and I'm loving this King in Black so far. This is a must pick up in my opinion. But moving on, after King in Black, we have Maestro War and Pax number 1 of 5. So this is a brand new series dealing with Maestro. I didn't read the first series with him. I read the first issue and I thought it was actually really good, but I skipped out on the rest of it, and a lot of people have said it was a very, very good series. So I know a lot of you guys are probably looking forward to this one too. But after Maestro, we have Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 7. This one only has a cover A, and man, don't miss out on Star Wars right now. You never know what they're going to be releasing in these issues, and people are hyping up Star Wars to no end right now. I'm personally not reading Star Wars. I'm not the biggest fan of Star Wars in general, but for the people that are, don't miss out on Dr. Aphra. But the final issue coming out this week from Marvel is X-Force number 16. This has a cover A and a cover B, and those are all the issues coming out from Marvel this week. Kind of a lighter week. I'm going to be picking up Black Cat number 2, most likely just cover A, but I really like that cover C, the alien variant. And then the only other issue I'm going to be picking up from Marvel this week is King in Black number 3. I'm just going to be grabbing cover A. So what do you guys think of this week's new comic book day? Personally, I think it's going to be a lighter week for me. There's not a lot of huge issues coming out, but personally, I'm really looking forward to King in Black number 3. Let me know down low in the comment section which one you're looking forward to most. But thank you for watching my video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.